But now we see such a move will give him a more better dynamics, because when we look at it, Manhattan is a heavily demon democratical state. So is Long Island. Long Island just got the Republican support on the seat, in many years, you know what I'm saying? In court documents filed Tuesday, Manhattan prosecutor, you know what I'm saying, not case against Braggs, responded that the case should continue in the state court. Why? When he was a standing president at the time. You fool a doo-doo. The state should have nothing to say over the federal government. And the federal government should have nothing to say over the state unless the case is being brought to a point of a federal overstanding and jurisdiction, such as Trump's case, because he was a president. No connection to his official duties and responsibilities as president, but instead aroused from the unofficial action related to his private business and pre-election conduct. So it still come out to the same thing. Whether it's pre or this or that, he still was running for president and he still became the president of the United States. So, and then you brought up these cases, you know what I'm saying? But Trump faces 34 felony counts of fakeism bullshit, of falsifying bullshit records in connection with his reimbursement to his then fixture Michael Cohen for 130,000 hush money made just ahead of the 2016 presidential election. So you didn't try him then. So you tried to try him now that he was a president and now that he's out, out of presidency. So it should go to the federal. All rights of this case should have moved to the federal court. To me, in many ways, you trying to tie up Donald Trump in the state with your bullshit, and that's a fact. And that's a fact. Ain't nobody got time with Alan nutcase ass Braggs and his booty ass wop. He's a liar, and he's working with the demon Democrats in the case of trying to destroy Trump from becoming the president of the United States once again. Get out of my feet. You know what I'm saying? We see failed Republican candidate charged in shooting spree aimed at Mexico demon Democrats. Oh, Lord. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Lord. Oh, of course. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see all types of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the demon Democrats have allowed all types of people in our government, you know what I'm saying, coming from all directions, including Mexico, such as Ayana Omar Domas. Be honest with you. I don't care for her in no shape or form as any type of politician in our government. Her and a great many vast of the even Democrats. But this is coming in by I'm not even gonna say it name. It looked like Kanisha, you know what I'm saying, first name. Kanisha looked like, 5 hours ago Eastern Standard Time off the routers. You know what I'm saying? But we see May 31st routers, a failed Republican state candidate in Mexico was charged by federal authorities on Wednesday for a shooting spree targeting the homes of four elected demon Democratic officials, the U.S. Justice Department said in a statement. You know what I'm saying? Solomon Pina, 40, lost the state House representative race last November. After his defeat, Pina organized a shooting, the shootings on the homes of the two Barnillo counties or whatever, commissioners and two New Mexico state legislature prosecutors said. The shooting, you know what I'm saying, New Mexico, the shooting, one of which involved a machine gun, were carried out between December 4, 2022 and January 3rd, 2023. You know what I'm saying? With assistance from co-conspirators, the Justice Department said the federal indictment was unsealed Wednesday in a district court in New Mexico. There is no room in our democracy. This is why the country's screwed up. They keep calling it demonic names. You know what I'm saying? For politically motivated violence, especially when it is used to undermine election results, and said Assistant Attorney General Kenneth Polite, or whatever, Jr. of the Justice Department and Criminal Division. You know what I'm saying? But we see a failed Republican candidate, you know what I'm saying, charged in that. You know what I'm saying? You know? Now, one thing we can say about Mr. Pinda, he probably felt he was cheated and there was nothing that he could do about it, because this is what the demon Democrats do. I'm not saying he was justified in anything that he was doing. What I'm saying is they probably cheated him out of it in more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a way of doing this type of blackball and nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And he probably thought he was cheated. Because the demon Democrats is going to cheat you out your election every single time if they don't want you there. You know what I'm saying? And especially when it comes to many Republicans and Republican candidates. You know what I'm saying? We see even Alabama governor corrects ESPN sporting on transgender sport ban. Let me fix that. Yeah, like you're not Kids Brain. That is what needs to be fixed. But, Mr. Pinder, shouldn't have done, I guess, that. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, it shows how the demon Democrats are controlling our government and not letting nobody in. Alabama governor corrects ESPN, reporting on transgender sports ban. Let me fix that. You know what I'm saying? We see Governor Kerry Levy, whatever his name is, Ivy or whatever her name is, Republican of Alabama, called out ESPN for reporting on her recent signing of the transgender sports ban. You know what I'm saying? On Tuesday, the Alabama governor joined several other Republicans-led states in signing House Bill 26. You know what I'm saying? Which requires students at public schools and colleges to participate on the sports team that aligns with their biological sex. And that's a fact and point blank, and they are right. Now, I don't know what more to tell you, because ain't nobody living in your damn dream world. You know what I'm saying? And we got to come out that dream world. You know what I'm saying? You got to come out that dream world. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. We got to come out that dream world, because a lot of people are living in a dream world and think that it's just going to be all hunky-dory and peaches, and nobody's supposed to say anything at all. It seems like this is what they do. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. We have nothing against a person saying, this is what you want to be, this is how you want to dress, this is how you want to act, this is how you want to drag, this is how you want to do that. We have nothing against that. But when you're forcing it down the minds of children in schools, in a third and a fourth and a fifth grade, it's garbage. Now it becomes garbage. And you know it is. You know what I'm saying? Because you are trying to force a world that is not real. You know what I'm saying? And in time to come, if that continues, you could bet your bottom dollar that we are going to get depleted as a nation. You know what I'm saying? We definitely going to get depleted as a nation. You know what I'm saying? And we have to understand that. We will get depleted as a nation if we continue down the shitty road. You know what I'm saying? And we have to cut that out. We have to cut that out. You know what I'm saying? We have to cut that out. We cannot continue down the shitty road. You know what I'm saying? At all. At all. We cannot continue down no shitty road. And we need to stop making it out to be as if everybody means to do everybody else harm. Nobody's trying to do that. All we're trying to do is put things into perspective based on the agendas in which we already have, which is the natural agendas of human life and the reproduction of human life. Nobody wants a false reproduction. Nobody wants a surgery and this and that and the third in order to make even breed a child out of a individual that was not based to do that. You know what I'm saying? Man is a gender, woman is a gender, and so on. What are you talking about? You're trying to force a gender onto the children and adults and stuff, and don't want nobody to say anything. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know, and when we look at it, the world has lost respect for the American creepy ass president. You know what I'm saying? And I would lose respect for it because you're pushing you're allowing to push agendas that do not fit the human genome, and it will destroy the human genome if you continue down the same road. It's the same thing as AI. If you continue down the same road, pushing that agenda and allowing that to infiltrate our world, what do you think is going to happen once it's weaponized by some crooked ass idiot? You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't hear Elon Musk talking about no protection. I don't hear Elon Musk talking about no principles. I don't hear Elon Musk talking about no three principles, such as you saw in the movie AI, that when you ask the robot a certain question, he must answer and he must deactivate. You know what I'm saying? But while we see the world has lost respect for the creepy ass president. You know what I'm saying? This coming 10 hours ago Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? All right, coming in by Adrian E. Lauren SE. C. You know what I'm saying? View video library. It's coming in by a sister, goddess. You know what I'm saying? She dropping that jewel. You know what I mean? From what I see in here. You know what I'm saying? What I find myself. You know what I'm saying? But, share. But while international opinion of the United States has rebounded since the Trump era, it hasn't rebounded. I don't know what you mean by that. It hasn't rebounded at all. It is no rebound. It's gotten worse. You mean what the worst of it has been done already to the people, and now they want everybody to forget as everybody dribbling here and there and so on. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean. But since the Trump era, what Trump era? There's no Trump era. The era was Trump was doing the right thing, and in come this creepy ass and start doing a bunch of bullshit, and you trying to justify it as some kind of good shit, such as the border crisis, borrowing millions of dollars, blowing the debt ceiling out, raising inflation by blowing the debt ceiling out. That's why they're doing that, talking about bringing out filibusters, talking about doing voting rights, everything to damage this country in all shapes and forms at the core. And that's a fact. Now, while you're listening in the walls, pay attention, punk. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't nobody playing with you. You're facilitating garbage, trash, following behind these beasts and these Caucasoids who invaded China as well. They are not the original people of China, nor the original people of this country. You're facilitating garbage and the destruction of your very own country in the belly of the beast. You know what I'm saying? None of those people have originality to that land, and they're hiding the artifacts to show facts that Africans were there before them and built monolithic structure that goes for India as well. Don't give me that bullshit. Now, the era that Trump was in was a good era. Nobody was sick until Cuomo, Biden, Kamala, and the demon Democrat pulled that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But American reputation remains tarnished. Part of that can be blamed on a much more aggressive political atmosphere fueled by partisan news outlet and social media. No, it is not. No, it is not. A lot of the tarnishment is coming because you're allowing the demon Democrats to stay in our goddamn government, lying to the people while they say they're giving you some trinkets. Why is the debt ceiling still wide open? Why and where's all that spending money going when when that caused the taxes to go up? And he said no more taxes. I mean, they're going to raise taxes. You know, saying we care about this. All I'm saying is that we love you. And meanwhile, your ass to the grass. So you continue down that bullshit path. Part of it is due to the demon Democrats, aggressive political atmosphere fueled by their demon Democrat bullshit ass censorship of the news and putting out the propaganda garbage. Because I don't see nobody who benefited a damn thing. for the last 47 years and continuous war. You know what I'm saying? We see here in this matter. And I'm not going to go any further with that because you should know by now. You know what I'm saying? We see emails suggest ex-New York Governor Andrew Nutcase Cuomo, launch COVID-19 uh, memoir project in March 2020. You know what I'm saying? He launched a memoir. You know what I'm saying? Of course he's gonna do that because he was trying to cash in on the garbage that they did. That's basically what that is. He was trying to cash in on the garbage that they did. Email suggests ex-New York Governor Andrew Cuomo launched a COVID-19 memoir project in March 2020. This is coming by Patrick uh, Riley or whatever one day ago. New York Post, the former, Governor Andrew Chris Cuomo, staff reportedly shared emails about drafting his bombastic 5.1 million COVID-19 response memoir as early as March 2020, just weeks before the first deadly wave of the pandemic tore through the Empire State. Oh, they tore through all right. Como, speech writers, Jamie Milano Whiskey, yeah, okay, and Tom Tupopoulos, Top Pulsis or whatever, begun drafting a preface on March 30th and chapters titled for the book on March 31. You know what I'm saying? According to the numbers of emails, obtained by Conservative Empire Center of Public Policy. Other emails provided by the outlet through the Freedom of Information law shows staffers requesting information through April admit the deadly waves of the pandemic and 7 days average death toll peaked at 978 in April 13. The email suggested that the staffers worked on Como's book far earlier than previously detailed in an impeachment report prepared by the State Assembly Judiciary Committee. Yes, you could make this shit up. You know what I'm saying? The communication also suggested that the memo was written with the help of the state staff and resource according to the Empire Center. You know what I'm saying? Spokesperson for the Como denied that any of the emails in the report had anything to do with Como's boat. He's lying. You know what I'm saying? Or the state resource where or that the state resources were used to write it. Yes, it was. He's lying again. The emails obtained by the outlet do not reveal any direct communication with the former. They're lying and word playing. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. Yes, it is true. You need to get out of my face. You need to get out of my face. You know what I'm saying? You need to get out of my face. You know what I'm saying? We even look at, we even look here where, it continues to show this nonsense continuously, where we see a pride flag burned at elementary school sparks hate crime investigation. How is it a hate crime investigation? If it's burned at a school, you know what I'm saying, what you should do is remove it. And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And don't put it back there because you're aggravating the people with something you know is not realistic in any shape or form. The only realistic thing, like I said before, is that it's people who was doing it. You know what I'm saying? People are people. You know what I mean? I mean, what else are you looking for? But when you start to eject your mind frame and that's like me being a Rastafarian or a Rastaman, a Rahman, you know what I'm saying? Or the sun, you know what I'm saying? Or the stars, you know what I'm saying? And I don't celebrate none of your holidays. I don't celebrate none of that European shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not singing their songs either because I'm not Scottish or British or any things like that. But at the same time, here's me telling people as a Rastaman not to celebrate Christmas or whatever they want to do in their mind frame and pushing my ideology on them, you know what I'm saying, and pushing it hard against their chest. You know what I'm saying? How does that look? Putting up flags in school, you know what I'm saying, of Ethiopia and putting up flags of Africa all over the schools and stuff. You think they're gonna let me do that? And then doing storytelling time and all of that, teaching them about Rastafari, or Rastaman, or Raman, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of it has a Arabic overstanding to some of the names. But the Los Angeles Police Department has launched a hate crime investigation after the LGBTQ flag was burned at a California elementary school ahead of the Pride Month assembly. Yes, and California has also been accused of pedophilia, Luciferian worship of children. You know what I'm saying? So don't give me that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Such as what we saw took place with Chuck Norris and them and that school up in the mountains, you know what I'm saying, that they had to dig up and found that they had a basement and was even leading the children through a little door and go down in the basement. When you go down in the basement, they got an altar and all type of shit down there doing bullshit. The burned rainbow flag, and it's not a rainbow flag, it's a flag of colors they put together. It's not a rainbow flag. No, it's not. The rainbow should not have a bad name. But the rainbow flag, which they call it, which was placed in a plant pot outside the classroom, you know what I'm saying, at uh, Sitacoy Elementary, you know what I'm saying, school in North Hollywood, California, was discovered by a school staff on the morning of May 22nd. The investigation is ongoing. It is it is a vandalism hate crime. No, it is not. You know what I'm saying? The hate crime is still significant, but it is a misdemeanor. Yes, it is. You know what I'm saying? LAPD, you know what I'm saying? You know, Crooked Swans in the Boat, Valley Bureau Deputy Chief Alan Hamilton said Saturday. According to the Los Angeles Daily News, Hamilton said that it is not clear when the flag was burned. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you shouldn't put it back up there because you're pushing your mind frame on these people. And when other people do it, you say anti-Semitic. Get out of my face. You know what I'm saying? Get out of my face. You know, we see Suffolk County Legislature votes to on Thursday they vote on Thursday on the efforts to block migrants. You know what I'm saying? This is coming by News 12 staff one day ago. I know sometimes don't like News 12 because they lie right along with the demon Democrats because they're probably demon Democratical themselves. But Suffolk County legislatures are set to meet, you know, later this week to discuss the efforts to block asylum seekers. They are not asylum seekers. They are being pushed over here as a asylum secret mission. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Talking that garbage. You know what I'm saying? And look out for the Latino brothers and sisters who've been here busting their ass working all this time. You know what I'm saying? Lawmakers are expected to vote Thursday morning on whether to hire an attorney to explore, you know what I'm saying, options to block the migrants from being sent to Suffolk County, which is a very bad move. You know what I'm saying? The meeting began at 9 a.m. at the William Rogers Legislature Building in Harper. You know what I'm saying? And people need to get on that bandwagon and fight for what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Stop sitting up there, you know what I'm saying, doing, you know what I'm saying, this thing. Even, I can't believe this guy right here. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely crazy. But we see the FBI director seeks, you know what I'm saying, with congressional Republicans about PB Biden's documents dispute. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? When we look at it, but we notice we don't hear a lot about Ukraine and Russia. You know what I'm saying? I'm still waiting on that to see, you know, more information as to what's going on with the creep Joe Biden and NATO crooked behinds doing this garbage because, you know what I'm saying, you've been probably in the boat getting, you know, money and shit from America to sell out your own people properly, and, you know what I'm saying, talking about you joining NATO. You know what I'm saying? NATO is full of garbage. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Unless you can show talk about the United Nations and UN forces, You know what I'm saying? And I haven't seen one good thing that you have really done other than facilitate more garbage on black people in Africa than ever before. You know what I'm saying? Like Dr. Ben said, Dr. Ben Henry Clark said, nobody came into Africa and brought anything good. They all brought doo-doo. You know what I'm saying? FBI director seeks congressional Republicans about Joe Biden's document dispute. And you see Evan Perez, you know what I'm saying, Alian, Alian, you know what I'm saying, Sarah, and Zachary 9 hours ago, Eastern Standard Time, coming off the CNN newscast. You know what I'm saying? In movies that one. You know what I'm saying? Sarah Morey, Zachary Cohen, and Alian Tree, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Eastern Standard Time on that. You know what I'm saying? 9 hours ago. Eastern Standard Time. FBI Director Christopher Worry, you know what I'm saying, on Wednesday, efforts to let the House Oversight Chair James Comer view an Intel law enforcement document, you know what I'm saying, at the FBI, you know what I'm saying, at the FBI headquarters in more ways than one, at the FBI headquarters, that the Republicans believe will shed light on an allegation that the creepy ass, he wasn't no vice president of mine, he was a creepy president, and he still is today. You know what I'm saying? Creep Joe Biden was involved in a criminal scheme with a foreign national, the chairman said in a statement. The documents has been, document has origins in in a tranche of documents that Rudy Giuliani provided to the Justice Department in 2020. People briefed on the matter said, you know, saying the allegations of wrongdoing by then creepy as cheating wannabe, him and Obama Dama, president, many, originating from sources in Ukraine, you know what I'm saying, were Du Bois or whatever enough, the Du Bois or whatever enough that the Attorney General William Barr in early 2020 directed that they be reviewed by the U.S. Attorney in Pittsburgh, and in Pittsburgh, in part because Barr was concerned that Giuliani documents Trench could, you know, taint the ongoing Hunter Creepy Biden investigation overseas by the Delaware U.S. Attorney. Barr told reporters at the time why he was being conscious, he can't take anything we receive from Ukraine at face value. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I would take it at face value. Not value to say without checking the concrete proof and evidence on it. All right? You got to check the facts. Because, you know what I'm saying, like General Sawa Sutton said, you know what I'm saying, you got to fact check the checker. Because if you don't check the checker, then your pockets might come up short for sure. But we see, and that's what the demon Democrats do to American people all the time, especially their brain. You know what I'm saying? But we see former Pittsburgh U.S. Attorney Scott Brady, oversaw the FBI investigation of Giuliani's claim. You know what I'm saying? The 1023 documents being demanded by Comer is amongst the products of that investigation. Facts and point black. You know what I'm saying? Facts and point black on that. You know what I'm saying? We see actor Danny Masterson convicted 2 years counts of rape at the second Los Angeles trial. Yeah, he accused of rape. Yeah, they do. They love that down there. Okay, but we see Australian general. We see Australian general. U.S. warns. You know what I'm saying? U.S. No. Australian general say U.S. warns war crimes allegation could prevent work with Australia's SAS. Australia don't belong to you. You're corrupting the country, if you ask me. I don't know about all that other bull crap they're talking about, especially letting the Chinese in there building airports. You know what I'm saying? Right close to America. Look how close Australia is to America. Look at the map. You know what I'm saying? They building airports over there, the Chinese and all this and that and so forth and on. A nice launching pad right into America, such as the same as you would launch or have a launching pad in Cuba right off of Florida. You know what I'm saying? So we need to start to look at the garbage that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of sitting up here worrying about all of this, that, and the third, but we're going to look into it anyway. Coming by Rod McGuire, or whatever, KMUN, 22 hours ago Eastern Standard Time, coming off the Independent. You know what I'm saying? What happened to the African and Aboriginal people that's there, that's been there before you're behind? You know what I'm saying? The U.S. government warns that allegations of war crimes against Australian soldiers in Afghanistan, oh yes, could prevent U.S. forces from working with Australian Special Air Service Regiment, Australian Defense Forces, you know, saying, Chief said on Wednesday. Oh yeah, they probably did plenty of war crimes, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the Australians are going to have a very racist, redneck, kind of racist piece of war, bitch. Australia don't fool me. You know what I'm saying? You went in and invaded that land and took it over. You, the French, and the rest of y'all screwball individuals. Get out of my face. I told you. Ain't playing with you. You know what I'm saying? Exclusive Trump captured on tape talking about classified documents. Well, yes, of course. This is coming in by Caitlin uh, Polans, you know what I'm saying? And look like Kathleen Collins and Paula Reed 9 hours ago. I'm not going to fight with your name. 9 hours ago, Eastern Standard Time, coming off of CNN. CNN seems to be on the ride these days, as we see. But we see here an exclusive capture on tape talking about Trump talking about classified documents kept after leaving the White House. You know what I'm saying? But we see the federal, you know what I'm saying, the federal prosecutors have obtained audio recording of a summer 2021 meeting in which the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, acknowledged he had held onto a classified Pentagon document about the potential attack on Iran. Multiple sources told CNN News on his argument that he declassified everything.